if I asked you, how do you find scholarships? You'd probably say through Google, through TikTok, something like that, right? And that's exactly why you're missing out on thousands of dollars. Pretty much today, I'm gonna walk you guys through how I actually find scholarships that most students miss and how you can start doing it today too, because let's get to the bag. Alright, let's talk about why most students miss these scholarships. Most people are looking at the same 5 scholarships. That is the problem. The same 5 scholarship websites. And don't get me wrong, definitely still utilize the resources that you're already aware of. They're helpful, but keep in mind that everyone else is also looking in those same places. Basically, the strategy I'm about to give you runs down how to find scholarships from places students don't even think to check, which means less competition, higher chance of winning, and sometimes way more money. And at the end of the day, I'm a person that doesn't like to say competition because I always feel like whatever's meant for you is meant for you, and we all can eat, but it's just like a phrase and a way to say there's less amount of people applying. Section 2, how I actually find these scholarships. So I start with organizations, not just Google. I don't just type scholarships near me. Instead, I'm searching organizations connected to me. If you can find scholarships that are based on who you are and stuff that is a part of your identity, like your major, your background, the school you attend, your career goals, or if it's based off community involvement, just little stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? So for example, when I say specific organizations, I mean professional non-profit organizations. A lot of those give out scholarships. Foundations, professional organizations, clubs that you're a part of on campus, cultural organizations, companies in the industries that you're interested in, a lot of them give out scholarships. A specific nonprofit that comes to mind is UNCF, which is the United Negro College Fund. So if you're a Black student, I definitely know that is a great resource to tap into. Once you create your account, there are several scholarships you can apply to on there, so keep that in mind. But most of these have scholarship tabs.
The first place that we're going to mention is my website. Okay, if you're a student, if you're in higher education, period, there are so many helpful information on this website right here. Okay, first off, I have curated scholarship lists for high school seniors, high school juniors, college undergraduate students, graduate students, and from there I also go into a little bit more about how to navigate your winter break the right way. Additionally, some internship opportunities for high schoolers along with college students, and just a bunch of great information on this website. I made this because I'm a first generation student and I know how it gets, and it's so hard to figure out all of the correct information, all of the correct resources, but just know the internet is at your disposal. Sometimes it's hard to filter through all those things, which is why I made this website. I try to regularly update it at least once a month. Now that I'm graduated, I'll try to update it as much as I can, but definitely check it out. Super low cost, and in my opinion, I think it's very helpful. But let's get back to the video.
Students. Next up, I use college and university scholarship portals. So if you're in college, this is huge. Most schools have internal scholarships that only enrolled students can apply for. And many go unclaimed because a lot of students are lazy. So don't be that lazy student. Log into your school scholarship portal and make sure that you're on it every semester and actively applying to any of the opportunities. You can also filter by major or year, by deadlines. I'm pretty sure most portals are built like that. The next thing is that I search backwards, and this is one of my favorite tricks. Instead of just searching scholarships, I search up organizations that support computer science majors, or organizations that support Black women in STEM, or I put in my expiring career path. Then I go into the websites and I look for grants, for fellowships, for scholarships, or just student programs. Don't sleep on fellowships though. A lot of fellowships also give you the opportunity to travel on a fully funded type of expense, which is awesome. And you most likely get a scholarship or a stipend at the end of it. I had a very great fellowship last year for about 9 months, and I got to meet so many incredible people. I got scholarship as well, and it was just a very interesting experience for sure. So you definitely have to know how to balance fellowships and other extracurricular activities alongside your school. Now, when it comes to staying organized, it can be a lot to be applying to so many things. So I don't just apply randomly. I make sure to track everything as best as I possibly can. So usually an Excel spreadsheet works great. I'll have one on my site right now. The link will be in my bio if you want to go check it out. It'll be for researching. All of this takes me hours, guys. So when it comes to giving information, my YouTube videos, my Instagram, my TikTok videos are always free. But if there are specific resources, I always put a very low cost on my site. So usually I just track the scholarship name, the deadline, the requirements, the essay topics, if the recommendation letters have been sent out yet, and just like the overall submission status. So this just helps make applying way less overwhelming. Continuing on with the essays, I always keep all of my essays in one folder on Google Documents. There's nothing wrong with reusing essays, but you still have to make sure that you are tailoring it to these applications, you know what I'm saying? I always try to make sure to directly name foundation or the scholarship name and tie it back into its mission and how that mission is my mission as well, and how them giving the money is pretty much like being on the dot. You want to make sure that these organizations feel good about giving you their money. They'll feel like it'll go to good use. They'll feel like you need it. I feel like the biggest mistake that students make is thinking that scholarships are necessarily luck-based. It's really not. It's more about the effort you put into the application itself. And believe it or not, it definitely shows up. If you are using the same essay over and over again and there's nothing personalized about the essay, it just feels very generic. You don't mention the scholarship name, you don't mention the foundation, you're not mentioning the qualities that they literally say in the description of the scholarship that they're looking for. You see what I'm saying? Additionally, when it comes to the extracurriculars part of your application, you're not fully fleshing it out. You're not putting in every single thing, all the details. Put in the work and do it. And all of this information, you should have it saved in one Google document, so it's very easy to copy and paste. For me, I'm the president of a specific club. I have all the bullet points for it ready to go in a document with all of my extracurricular activities, which includes my community involvement, my leadership positions, my volunteer opportunities, all of my fellowships, past scholarships that I've won. And of course, I have another one of my actual resume. I have my unofficial transcript already saved. You just make your life easier by being organized, I'm not gonna lie. So I'm typically the type B type of person, but when it comes to applications and things like that, baby, unlock the type A. And once you know where to look and how to organize yourself, it honestly becomes a system, and rejection is always redirection. There's something that's gonna give you the opportunity to continue your education with a little less burden on you. So keep applying, keep pushing. And if you want more videos like this, make sure to subscribe and let me know down below. I make a lot of videos like this on my TikTok and Instagram, but this is the first time I've made a video like this on my YouTube channel, and it just finally clicked now. I'm like, why not bring it to YouTube too and put you guys on? And I'm in my last semester of senior year, and I just have a lot that I want to give back, and this is my way to give back right now because the funds aren't there yet. Bye guys.
Wait a minute. Who are you?